and also, are you understanding what I'm? There's an artwork, this drawing this guy did. It was like cube, 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 cube. It was cool.
Was it by M.C. Escher?
Sure. I mean, I don't know.
Possibly.
I'm just familiar with it. But that's our basic rundown of the fourth dimension.
Wow.
Are you intrigued? Are you?
Kind
Do
of.
you feel like you could talk about another thing? This wasn't brought up in class, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. A lot of people have tried to use this theory of the fourth dimension to explain a lot of paranormal activities, like the West Virginia Mothman, and other sites like that, because it's like a creature that it appears different to everyone. It's are you familiar with the West Virginia Mothman?
Yes.
Well, it appears different to everyone, just like, say, look, if you were to take a cube and pull it through the second dimension, you would only see it as in little slivers. So people in...
It's all about perception.
Yeah, but the people in the second dimension, they can only see a line at a time. So if a cube were coming through, it would, like coming through at a point, it would first look like this, and then it would look like this, and then it would look like this, and then it would start to look back like this, because you see, they only see one line at a time. So if you were to take like a sphere and pull it through the second dimension, it would start off like this, and it would become like this, and then this, and then this, and then it would go back down, because that's what they would see as it went through. Are you following me?
Yes.
If you were to take a donut and do it, it would look kind of like this, and then it would look kind of like this, and then it would look kind of like this, and then it would look kind of like this, and then it would look kind of like this. It's a pun, because you used that on a test. Do you understand what I'm going through?
Yes.
So it appears differently to them because they can only see on their 2D plane.
Yes.
So maybe a fourth dimensional creature to us will look different because we can only see a sliver of it on our 3-dimensional plane.
Exactly.
Which is how people try and sometimes explain paranormal things like ghosts, because a lot of apparitions and stuff look different to every other person who sees them.
And the movie The Fourth Kind, as you mentioned earlier, makes sense if you were talking about, paranormal activity, because it does appear different. So that is one interpretation of the fourth dimension.
Okay, well this is very interesting, guys. Thank you.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Thank you. Did I enjoy myself? I did. I feel like I learned a lot.
Do you think you could teach somebody at least a snippet about
Oh,
what
yeah, definitely.
Do you
System
want
education?
to try it out? Try teaching
I
someone?
did try it out.
Want to try teaching someone?
What would I teach someone? I don't want to do that.
You'll do the class
True.
next year when you have math.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that.
This is a preview.
You'll see me next
So
year.
he'll be ahead next year because he'll know this.
Well, it's nice.
All right.
Thank you, Madeline Williams.
Very welcome.
Thank you,
Rocky
Corey
Wilson.
Keller. Goodbye.
And,
This has been a math lesson with Corey Keller.
and Madeline Williams. Part
Thank you,
uno.
and good night.
We still have one more person.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Had a malfunction earlier. Anyway, I'm Corey Keller.
I'm Maddie Williams.
I want to teach an old man about math. All right, this is the old man. Okay, I'm going to teach you about dimensions, specifically the fourth dimension. Okay, first off, we're going to start with the 0th dimension, which would be a point, like so. So this is the 0th dimension, all right?
Okay.
Okay, now to move it into the first dimension, you take it and you stretch it, like you would slide it into a new direction, giving you the first dimension, which is length. Okay, you following me so far?
I'm following
Okay,
you so
good.
far.
Now, if you want to move into the second dimension, you have to give it width. So you take this and you would drag it that way, creating a square type shaped thing. That's a 2-dimensional shape. It lives in a 2-dimensional world. Now to
Okay.
bring it into the 3rd dimension, you would have to take this and drag it in a new direction, aka this way. I can't do that, but if I were, it would look something like this. See, this is the 3rd dimension. Now following the same concept, if you could indeed take that into a 4th dimension, we can't do it. I mean, it can be done, but we can't comprehend it because we live in a 3rd dimensional world. We only have 3 dimensions, so a 4th dimension is like, can't understand it. Now, put it into perspective. Take a two-dimensional creature. Let's say this mirror right here is a two-dimensional world with only two dimensions. And these are creatures in that world. They can only see the two dimensions of length and width. So they
Okay.
can't see any of this I'm doing above them at all. They couldn't see that because all they can see is in their little two-dimensional world. So this square would actually probably kind of look like this. Did that understand?
Mhm.
Because so, okay, they don't understand that this third dimension exists at all. Like they don't know that there is a third dimension. But I don't know where I'm going with it.
But if they were to see a third dimension, what would it look like, Corey Keller?
It would look like this. See, this would be a third dimensional object. They wouldn't understand it because they can only see one dimension. So if you were to take like a sphere and pass it through their second dimension, it would start off looking like this. Then it would get to look like this. Then it would look like this. And then it would look, because they can only see one level of it at one time. So that's
Okay.
okay. Now, if you were to take a fourth dimensional, like perhaps there is a fourth dimension that we can't see because we're only in the third dimensional world. If you were to draw what a cube would look like in the fourth dimension, you would take your standard cube here and you would stretch it in a new direction. The model for this is like this. We can't comprehend, it doesn't make much sense to us because it's a 2D representation of what it should be. So it doesn't make much sense. But, see all these, this here is a cube, this is a cube, this is a cube, this is a cube, cube, cube. It'd be like 6 cubes. And actually,
Okay.
my math might be wrong. But, if it had many cubes folded into each other. Because if you look like, you can't like have a true representation in a dimension lower. Like, take a cube and draw it in the second dimension. A real cube has all 90-degree angles. This doesn't have all 90-degree angles. You see? You understand? That
Yeah,
they-
yeah,
See,
yeah,
it's like it has one 90-degree angle right here. That has 4 on this square and that
Yeah.
square, but I can't have them here because I have to represent that three-dimensional.
Exactly.
Now, if you were to take there's another perspective of the fourth dimension cube. It would be a cube here. If you look at it from this view, that's a really crappy cube. Anyway, and then behind it, like further away, there would be another cube like this. It's smaller because it's further away. Understand that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you connect the vertices. So, yeah, like that. Now you see this space in here is a cube, this front side is a cube, this is a cube, that's a cube, that's a cube, that's a cube, that's a cube. That's how it works. This is
Okay.
the fourth dimension. Could you give me
Yeah,
feedback?
yeah,
You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so start, the 0 dimension, what is it? It's like,
Flat.
what's the point? Okay. Now how would I get this to move into the first dimension? Drag it down. Okay, good, you're fast, I like that. Now how would I make this into a 2-dimensional?
Be the width.
Now to be a 3-dimensional creature would have to add
The depth to it.
depth. That'll work. Not to bring it into the 4th dimension, you have to again,
Cube
move it
on
into a
cube
new,
on.
move it into a new direction, which we don't know because it doesn't exist so far as we know.
And if theoretically, they could see into us.
If a 4th dimensional creature could
So
see
cool.
into our bodies.
And see how big it is.
Yeah.
No, okay, let's explain it like this. This 2-dimensional world again, okay? With these 2-dimensional creatures,
Okay.
they have organs inside of them like this.
They don't need skin. Nothing's going to attack them on that side.
And
at least.
it's all, they can't see their organs because they have this outer layer that only they can see. But we know of this 3rd dimension, which they don't, so we can see directly into this. Doesn't make sense to them because all they see is like this. They don't understand this. So who's to say that there isn't a 4th dimension where there's these weird things that can see into us? Like, because we think that, we're completely closed off, but we might not be.
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
You good? You understanding? Anything? Okay, good. Thanks for your time. You can go to sleep now.